What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Norm, this is the Painter's Portal, and in today's video I'm just going to show you a quick way to drill your gun barrels on your miniatures so that they look a little bit more realistic. So this is just going to be a very quick foolproof video on how to drill your gun barrels and ensure that the hole in the barrel is nice and central every single time. The method that I'm going to show you is used by many people. I haven't reinvented the wheel or anything like that. I just want to show you that it is super easy to do, and whether or not you're creating a display piece or using it for tabletop, it's really easy to do this and it's a simple addition to your models. You are going to need a few tools. Now, first of all, you're going to need a hobby knife or scalpel. It is super important that it has a sharp point on the end, as you're going to use this to create a pilot hole. But please remember that these things are crazy sharp and it's easy to get injured, and we don't want to do that. Next, we're going to need a pin vise hobby drill, and the size of the bit that you use is going to be determined by the size of the barrel that you're drilling. But this method can be used for guns of all sizes. You just have to increase the bit size if you're doing something larger. Lastly, and it's not essential but it's something that I do like to use, is a file with a rounded edge, and this is just to neaten up the hole that you've created and remove any excess plastic. Just tidy it up a bit to give it the best finish possible. On top of this, you're going to need a gun, which I'm presuming you've got, so let's crack on. So first up, you're going to want to take the craft knife, and we want to use the pointed end to create a hole in the center of the gun barrel. Now, this is just going to act as a pilot hole for the drill bit to follow in the later steps, but it is super important that this hole is central to the gun barrel, because if it's off center when we start drilling, that's not going to be central, and the gun barrel is just not going to look realistic on the end finished miniature. So if you can create a central hole, the drill bit's going to follow that, and all of the plastic's going to be nice and even the whole way around. Next, we're going to use the drill. So you want to take your drill and place the drill bit into the hole that you've just created with the craft knife. Now, you want to be firm but careful, as often gun barrels are quite fragile parts of the miniature and you don't want anything to break. You want to drill far enough in so that it looks realistic on your miniature, and certain guns have multiple holes that can be drilled, so just keep your eye out for that if you're trying to make it look as realistic as possible. When you're happy with how far you've drilled into the gun, remove the drill bit. You'll often find that there's a little bit of excess plastic that's left in the hole. You can either use your craft knife to try and scrape this away, or often I like to get an old brush and move it around in the hole to loosen the plastic and then just tip it out. I sometimes find that when you drill a gun barrel and you've finished, you're left with a rough edge on the inside, and this is where the file that I mentioned in the beginning comes in. You just use the rounded edge of the file inside the hole that you've created to just give yourself a smooth edge on that inside. It's just a little detail, but I find that it gives you a nicer finish on the end product. And there we have it. No magic, just a simple, easy to follow process to give your gun barrels that realistic look. I hope you found the video useful, and whether it's tabletop that you're doing or display level, there's no real reason that you shouldn't be drilling your gun barrels, because it really is that easy. If you found the video useful, drop a comment in the comments section, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.